invincible bullies, invincible bullies.
Dog, take the pillow from your head and put a book in it.
Imagine if you had a prison warden as an administrator. What would this prison warden do to your content?
In the library, gone, sealed off, brick by brick.
Let's think about this. Well, one thing that they would probably do is restrict your curriculum. They would limit the academic freedom that you have to teach, and they would limit the academic freedom of the student to express themselves. They would probably put divides into the system so that teachers and students would not develop healthy relationships. How would they do this? They would transform the classroom into a space of just power dynamics where the teacher is forced to be a correctional officer, give surveillance, teach rules, and all of these different compliance to rules. Now, I'm not saying that the school should be totally chaotic, but I'm just saying the rules that, for the most part, are just societal things like, oh, well, this student is being loud, or this student is having a hoodie on their head. Instead of really focusing on how do we educate, how do we, help these students to overcome the psychological traumas of adverse childhood experiences so that they can learn. Think about the impact a prison warden, agent warden, has on us as teachers. What do? They limit our autonomy. They limit the ways that we can teach and educate our students. They make us follow this rigid system. And I'm sorry, we did not pay $80,000 to teach a job that sometimes we get paid $30,000 to have someone professionally limit our creativity and our love for what we do. Imagine for a minute. Well, we don't even have to imagine. If you go back to the early NBA for a second, they used to have rules that people couldn't slam dunk. So this is why Iceman had to come up with the finger roll and that sort of thing. That's cool. But think about this. What would the NBA be like if they took out all the creativity? How happy do you think the players would be? How happy do you think the fans would be? It would take away from the love of the game. Well, these sort of things are still taking place with our educators. We are limited in what we teach, how we teach. We're under certain surveillance. We are limited in our creativity. And most of us got into education because we were inspired by that creative teacher.